So, Carly, what was it like taking this inventory?
I felt pretty confident in the questions and how I answered them, whether I agreed or disagreed. I think some things that stood out just overall was that I do care about a future career and I really want to just find the right fit for me. And um, I don't mind like talking to my family about it and getting their input and talking to my friends possibly about it. And maybe they can identify some strengths or I know I work at some, I work with children a lot, so that is like a possibility, but I'm kind of just open to anything. And I just don't know, really, I just don't know yet.
That's a good place to be. So, before we look at your totals, I want you to know that this is just an inventory. This is not who you are. This is just a test um, to kind of see where you're falling for career maturity. So, were there any that stood out to you when you read them as kind of being a little bit wonky or confusing?
Like I said, I was pretty confident in my answers, but I guess I would like to know more about other jobs possibly that would help or involve children since that is an interest of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I am concerned, like I said, so that was a very easy one. I do think there's a point because I need to have a career and a goal to work toward as I get ready for college, and I need to kind of know like what I'm going to be majoring in and all that kind of stuff. Um,
How would you rate your level of concern right now?
Probably like a 7, just because I feel like at this point, since I'm a senior, I need to kind of be figuring out what I'm going to do. I know I have a little while until graduation, but um, again, I just,
Rubber meets the road.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's that time. Yeah, and I guess too, like, since I don't know what I want to do specifically, then that also means like with college choices, because some colleges are known for certain things, and so if I already know, then that might help my decision making for college and stuff, because that hasn't been decided yet either.
Okay.
Yeah, and like some people, this question, everyone seems, or this statement, to tell me something different, and then I just get kind of confused. I do care about what other people say, but they're always throwing different ideas out, so that's kind of concerning and makes me go in a bunch of different directions. So that probably contributes to not making a decision yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it'd be important to own what you want to do, and it's easy to get influenced by other people because they care about you and they want what's best for you might not be what you want.
Right.
So let's go over your results. So I'm going to start at the very end. So this is scored. It's like a response format. So it's A or D is agree or disagree. So you fell right in the middle equally with consultation and concern. So you didn't. It's not a pass or fail. This is just kind of like a where you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to review the ones from concern and consultation. Does that sound okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to look at number 1. There's no point in deciding on a job when the future is so uncertain. You said disagree.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense, and it goes with what you said about wanting to know what you're going to do and where to go to college. Number 5, I can't seem to become very concerned about my future occupation. Okay, you are concerned.
Mm-hmm.
13, let's see. When it comes to choosing a career, I will ask other people to help me, and you said you did. Let's look at 8. If you have doubts about what you want to do, ask your friends or parents for advice, and you do. How does that usually go when you ask them for advice?
Pretty good. Like they encourage me, but then they also, they mention teachers since I work with children, or daycare director, or nurse, pediatric nurse, but you know, nurse and teacher are totally different things. So then I'm like considering the pros and cons to both. So
Do you ever feel pressured by them, or you feel like they hear your wants
mm,
and your desires?
I feel like they hear my wants and desires, but they also, like with a nurse paying more, they probably would maybe encourage that a little more than like a teacher. But so that weighs a little bit, because what if that's not exactly what I want, you know, when I'm able to make that decision? I don't want to disappoint either.
So we went over 8, let's go over 12. When it comes to choosing a career, I will ask other people to help me. And I guess that's why you're here. 16, I will choose my career without paying attention to the feelings of other people. Okay, so you said disagree. So do you feel like you kind of absorb what people put on you in regards to what they think is best for you?
Yeah, and I'm a people pleaser, so
Okay.
I don't want to let anybody down,
Right.
type of thing. So yeah, I listen to what they have to say.
And then let's go to 24. In making career choices, one should pay attention to the thoughts and feelings of family members. And I think it sounds like you have a healthy balance of that. I think the people pleasing and feeling like you don't want to upset anybody can maybe be a point of contention in the future, but I don't think it is right now. How do you feel about that?
I would agree, because
Okay.
I really think when we get to that point and I decide, for example, teacher over nurse, I think they would be supportive of that.
Okay, so you feel like they would kind of go with wherever you were going to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, this is just an inventory. This does not define you, but this is certainly a tool that can help us figure out what our next steps